I'm Brian Van from Sport Bike Track Gear, sportbiketrackgear.com. Today we're going to do a bit of a video review and an install video for a really cool part that's available from Motion Pro. It's their Revolver throttle kit. It's a quick turn throttle kit. There's 4 different cams you can put in there to change the throw of the throttle, okay? Great for a track bike, for sure, race bike. You can also do this for a street bike if you'd like to do that, but for a track or a race bike, it's a pretty important modification in my opinion. It's a complete kit, comes with throttle housing, grips, some awesome cables, and then like I said, these 4 different throttle cams. Let's take a quick look at the parts that are in here. Here's the throttle cables. These things are absolutely gorgeous. I've already put one of these on my other 2008 R6, and we're going to put it on this one here today. I think these cables looked a little bit better than the OE cables that came on the motorcycle. Here is the throttle housing. So you've got kind of a cast aluminum housing here. Plastic throttle tube. Here's the plastic cams. And then here are the supplied Motion Pro grip. Okay, on this 2008 Yamaha R6, what we're going to need to do in order to replace this, to install this throttle kit, we're going to have to remove the gas tank, the air box, okay, and then disassemble the controls here on the right clip-on. Okay, we've made some pretty good progress. We got the seat off, we got the gas tank off, we took the upper portion of the air box off and put that to the side, and now we've taken the lower portion of the air box off, and that's going to expose the throttle body assembly. This is going to be one of those deals, if you're not comfortable taking your bike apart this far, take it to a certified technician, let them do the job. You know, this is fairly involved. If you take your time, you don't need a ton of tools to do this. So far all I've used is a couple of Allen wrenches, 8mm socket, some really basic tools. But if you're not comfortable going this far, please take it in, let a certified trained technician do the job. Okay, at this point what we need to do is we need to get in here and loosen up the adjustment nuts on the throttle cables right here at the throttle body assembly, and we need to take apart the throttle housing on this bike. The Yamaha R6 is different than some bikes. It has a separate switch and throttle housing, okay? There are some bikes out there from the factory, the switch assembly and the throttle housing are one and the same. If that's the case with one of these Motion Pro kits, you'll need to get the add-on switch kit. The way we have this stuff added to the website, it'll be very clear that your kit is coming with a switch, if in fact it needs to. Got a 10mm wrench I need to get down in here, bust these loose, and then from there I should be able to get in there and undo the rest of my fingers. 4mm Allen up here. Go ahead and take the bolts out of this. Okay, I've removed the stock throttle and the throttle cables completely. I now have the Motion Pro throttle cables. I have slid them in between the frame and the lower triple tree, okay? I'm identifying which cable is the pole cable, okay? And the way this is set up, the pole cable is the one that comes in through the bottom, loops over, and hooks up to the throttle. Take your time with the routing of the cables, make sure it's right, because if it's not, it can create issues in binding. It's important that this works perfectly, because remember, your throttle is very key to being able to ride your motorcycle smoothly. Okay, we have the throttle cables in the cam now. We're going to go ahead and take the throttle housing and slide that over like so. Goes over the cam. Catch the cable down here at the bottom. Kind of line that all up. Now the other cable here. Slip it all into place. Let's grab the other piece of our throttle housing. Takes a little patience to get this part together. It's not really that bad. Okay, get that all slid together, and now there's a nice protective boot for the cables down here. Slides over, holds the whole throttle housing together, okay? Makes it go a little bit easier. Got these 2 5mm Allens. We're going to go ahead and slide those in and tighten it down. Okay, now I've got the throttle housing on, it's tight. I've got my brakes adjusted over here, the throttle housing adjusted. There's a little set screw here on the back of the housing. You know, I found on this one, as long as it's protruding a little bit, when you tighten it down, it's going to hold everything in place, okay? Check your throttle return. Make sure you have a good, strong snap back. Before we assemble the airbox and everything, put the tank back on, what I want to do is I want to keep turning the handlebars from stop to stop, right? And I want to make sure nowhere through that sweep does my throttle return become slow or weak. You can see I don't have any issues with that there. I like the throttle cable, the slack adjustment, so I've already tightened down the throttle cable adjusters. Now we're going to go ahead and reassemble the motorcycle. Okay, the reason I did that is I just want to make sure that when you turn the handlebars, so I've got the throttle cables adjusted to where there's really not a lot of play in there, okay? I like it nice and tight. You have to be careful when you have it set like that, because if it's too tight, when you turn the handlebars, it can actually kind of put some pressure on the cable and you hear the motor accelerate. So that's why I just did that. And then you notice too, I was checking to make sure that it returned good at each and every spot. Long story short, I mean, that's it. This video is not really an install video, okay? I'm giving you an idea of what it takes to put it on there, okay? But the concept here was never at any point to say this is the end-all be-all install video. Just give you an idea of what it's going to take. I really like this product. I think the engineering is incredible, the quality is incredible. I've already got it on my other race bike, so I went ahead and put it on this one. I just want the super bike and the super stock bike to match and feel the same. That's our Motion Pro Quick Turn Revolver Throttle from sportbiketrackgear.com.